And now sports with Chris Duerr from the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Sports Desk.
Well, I cannot begin to count the number of golf matches I have covered around here over the last 30 decades, but what I can tell you with absolute certainty, I should say, is that the highlight gathering at the great majority of those was nowhere near as fruitful as today's one-hour trip to the Palmyra Invitational. Great day at Jackson Park. Started off with Trevor Biggerstaff. He was a little bit loose with the driver early on through the first 3 holes. Number 4 nearly drove the green. It's a par 4, his second shot. Yeah, that's a chip and eagle as part of a round of 71 on the day. Good for second place individually. Good start as well for Monroe City's Blake Hayes. Mr. Hayes, if you will, the par save from distance at number 1, helping Monroe City to a 324 team score that was good for third place overall. Jacob Janes, the storyline today, in a major way, incendiary from the start, nearly drove the green at 1. His chip shot leaves a tap-in birdie. That was the start of the binge. Here we are at the par 5. His 4th shot, yeah, that's birdie number 2 in a row. And how about for good measure on the par 4 third, up with his second shot to within a makeable distance, and makeable was everything today for Mr. Jacob Janes, as on this day he fired a 6 under par 64, ran away with the thing today, had 2 chip-ins on the back 9 as well. Jaron Durbin from South Shelby, really good right here with the birdie putt on number 4, fired a round of 74. That was good for second place for South Shelby as a team with a 323. He also finished 3rd individually. His teammate Noah Wilt, birdie putt of his own as South Shelby gets things going nicely. Canton had a nice day today, besides Mr. Trevor Biggerstaff. This was Avery Allmeyer with the nifty putt on number 4 as part of a round of 84. Skeeter Krager, Palmyra, Jacob Janes, of course, the storyline today. They post a 308 and run away with this thing. And man, you're not going to see many 64s at the high school level. What a day today for Mr. Jacob Janes, one he will not soon forget. Elsewhere on the docket today, some more scores to pass along in soccer. Quincy Notre Dame in a much anticipated showdown with a much improved Macomb team. Was all Quincy Notre Dame today. Michaela Patton with the hat trick as the Lady Raiders get the win on the road. Big win today for the Quincy High tennis squad, playing their first home meet of the year. Again, this one against Macomb. The Blue Devils get the win and improve to 11-5 on the season. Softball Civil War time in the city of Quincy. Quincy Notre Dame versus Quincy High School. It's Brooke Bowden in the circle, and it's Brookie ball. Brooke doing nice work right here, getting the batter looking with strike 3, and then about to blow one by here to end the inning. Second inning, how about Brooke right here with the off-speed stuff as well? She was nigh unhittable tonight for the Blue Devils. Made it really hard for the Raiders, made it really hard for the Blue Devils to hit in this one. Quincy High down 1-0 after this wild pitch. Caden Smith, the strikeout, stops the bleeding a bit. And then a bottom of the 4th, one on for Ivy Winter. For Q&D, Ivy Winter snags the line drive at 3rd, doubles up the runners right here. Same inning, 2 outs. Alyssa Lee starts the rally. The double to center is good. That sets up Lauren Miller, who's going to get one past a diving Blue Devil outfielder. The RBI triple makes it 2-0 Q&D at that point. The Lady Raiders not done amassing runs behind Brooke Bowden in this one. It's Peyton Stepavsky, the RBI single to left to extend the lead to 3-0. Then Morgan Zanger is going to add one in the 5th. The RBI single off the wall makes it 4-0. That's how it all ends up as the Lady Raiders look good doing it today. Again, Brooke Bowden with the shutout today. Quincy Notre Dame gets the win. 4-0 is your final. Other softball scores to pass along today. Rushville Industry, a winner on a steal of home by Devin Vogler, the freshman, to beat Southeastern 5-4 your final. That's kind of a unique walk-off, and we've seen a lot of that this year. Illini West stays red hot with a win over Farmington. Payson Seymour gives Pleasant Hill all it could handle at Pleasant Hill, but in the end, P. Hill gets the win in extras, 5-4. Big day for Grace Henry and Pittsfield as the Lady Sockeye stay hot with a big win over Western. And Beardstown plays maybe its best and most complete game of the season in beating South Fulton, I should say, 12-0. Let's do some baseball. Quincy Notre Dame, Pittsfield going at it. Pittsfield trying to break the Raider jinx. In fact, they trotted their ace to the hill today, and Connor Allen, he looked every bit of it early on. The Sockies not fooling around. Pitched around in early the air there with the strikeout, and then inducing the 6-4 4-3. Double play to get out of that first inning scoreless at this point. More to come. In the bottom of the second, Quincy Notre Dame trying to make some things happen. It's Nolan Robb, who is very dangerous anytime he's at the plate. He almost reaches the deepest, darkest recesses of the ballpark at Ferd Neiman Jr. Field today with a double to lead things off. But you know what? Mr. Allen going to strand him there with another effective strikeout right here. As good as Connor Allen was, Brady Lair was better today in opposition. Really, really good, not giving an inch on the bump for Q&D. Check out the nasty, low sinking action on that curveball right there. Good stuff from him. Lane Foster going to deliver Pittsfield a solo shot out of the gate from the 9-hole to stake the Sockies to a 1-0 lead. Quincy Notre Dame, though, really good today in fighting back, scrapping, and putting some things together. I know Nolan Robb added a big RBI in this one as Quincy Notre Dame pulls off the upset of visiting Pittsfield today. 4-2 your final. That's a much-needed shot in the arm for the Raiders. Meanwhile, across town, Quincy High School taking on a Hannibal team that took on and took two from a really good Kirksville squad last night. They looked a little gassed, but it didn't help anything. Quincy High was really good today. Yeah, Gavin Powell with 2 on, puts one to the right side, plates a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second. Cameron Lawson going to do the rest. Hannibal struggling to find the ball against him. I said struggling to find the ball against him, and as good as he was, his defense was better, and at times absolutely downright spectacular. Check out Kyle Taylor at short. The triple bobble throw out. Are you kidding me, KT? Nice stuff from him. And then Evan Sohn doing Evan Sohn type things. And he is going to rob Kane Wilson of extra bases. Might have potentially been an inside the park home run. Check out the stretch out. Remember, our guy Evan isn't exactly tall. That is some rangy, wonderful center field work. John Wood is going to love that in their defense the next 2 years. He's really good. Hannibal down 5-0 at this point. Reed Holiday, though, nice piece of hitting for him to play to run. Hannibal trying to get a comeback started. Quincy High was not having any of it. Their runs were a little unceremonious today. Kyle Taylor with a hustle single to play to run, beating the guy back to the bag at first. The nicest, cleanest RBI highlight we got today. Brady Lowe, B-Low with the exit velo right here. Good stuff past Mr. Ross at third base, plates a run. All Quincy High today. James Day, I need to mention him, was really good in relief today as the Blue Devils get the win. Final count in this one was 8-1. A little bit of Route Catholic before we leave you today. Big-time showdown with Chatham-Glenwood. And, man, this was a game much anticipated. Conrad Charpentier getting the start and looking sharp in tier, as he often does. Unfortunately, he was not the beneficiary of much run support against a phenomenal Chatham-Glenwood team today, and Route loses that contest 3-2 despite their better efforts. Quickly through the scoreboard, Illini West wins its 6th straight, taking down Liberty. 10-3 your final there. Payson Seymour gets the win today over Southeastern 7-4. Brown County, a big-time winner over South Fulton. West Hancock with a nice win today over Clark County. Beardstown with a huge win over Rushville Industry. In Missouri today, Canton beats Mark Twain, but Mark Twain bounces back in kind of a split-team doubleheader and beats Paris 12-1. It was Marion County running into a buzzsaw against a very good Green City Gopher squad right here. And as well, good stuff today from Brookfield as they take out South Shelby. Final count in that one was 13-3.